Hey guys, Flower here. I am here to show you my Pick Your Quarantine House number 5. It is on the gallery as Crystal Witch, I believe. And in this quarantine house, you have mysterious witch with powers, owns over 1,000 crystals, except you have to lick a spider. Now, for some reason during this build, I kept thinking that it said you had to kiss a spider. I don't know why. But yeah, so I put a spider in there. Now this build took me forever to figure out. I wanted to make it cuz in the picture it's very like lopsided. So I was trying to like make it like using illusions sort of to make it lopsided looking. I think I did pretty good. It's not quite as lopsided in the picture as can't think of the word I am looking for here. But yeah, this is actually probably the third time I tried to build it, and I scrapped it so many times. I was getting so frustrated with this one. It was so hard for me. I'm a rather new builder. I just started building in like March. Before that, I didn't like building at all. I actually hated building. I watched some tutorial videos by James Turner and Little Simsy, and I just fell in love with it. So, yeah, this is the it's kind of like a haunted house looking house, so I wanted to make it as haunted house looking as I could make it. If you notice here, I'm trying to make the one side that sticks out like crooked, and it was so hard to figure out, and then to get the roof to match with it being crooked like that or diagonal. Yeah, so like I said, it was taking me forever to build this thing. It was probably the hardest out of all the houses. The last house I did, the yellow house, I believe, indoor swimming, I had a lot of trouble with the spandrels in that one. But this one, it was the roofs and the um, the towers in the back that gave me the most trouble. Well, not so much the towers, but the tower roofing. So as you can see, I think I make it even deeper than that, the roof. But yeah, I'm just kind of playing around right now with the towers, trying to get them just right to match this house. Because out of all the houses that were on in this challenge, this one was the most quirky. And this is actually one of the first times I used like that. Well, probably the second time I've used a curved roof like that. I think I did make a Dutch colonial one time. But yeah, so I had a lot of fun, and it was a learning experience, I guess, if you will, because yeah, roofs are really hard. And yeah, so I finally am pretty satisfied with what I have so far. I will change the towers in a bit, but I'm trying to find the perfect way to do. Oh no, I didn't. Already did change the towers, so they're all even, didn't I? I can't tell. I'm moving too fast. So yeah, I think I did change the towers. I might make that one tower a little taller. But yeah, so I'm just kind of playing around trying to figure out, like, should I move this room out? Should I move that room out? And I don't know. I was just moving everything trying to make it look good. I'm trying different swatches of the black to get it to match the perfect uh, look of the house in the picture. Like I said, it's a haunted house looking. It's not a haunted house, but it's the generic looking haunted house uh aesthetic. So that's what I was trying to give it, and I think I might finally be satisfied with the look of the house. So now I am trying a bunch of different windows, and of course none of them work, but I like that window a lot. So at first I'm putting them in the tower. I put them just the normal straight way up and down, and then I said, what if I like space them out a little bit, and then that makes the towers look a little like crooked. So I did that. And did you see how the roofs are there on the two outside towers? Now, I don't remember. I think it was after I finished recording when I tried to playtest this build, and Sims cannot enter doors if the roofs are that low. It took me about 2 hours to figure out that it was actually the roofs that were stopping the Sims from being able to go into these towers. And I moved that, I added a deck, I added stairs, I expanded the rooms. I was doing everything to try and get these towers to work. And I finally realized it was the roofs. The pitch was too low and it was blocking the door, which it never even occurred to me that the roof would end up doing that. But yeah, so here's the house pretty much. I think do I changed the windows and then I changed them back because they do look super cute that way. Um oh, I think I changed it to daylight so I could see what I was doing. I When I first started building this, I started building it in Forgotten Hollow, but it was too dark, so I moved it to Windenburg. And I think it might be in Windenburg right now, but eventually I will move it to Glimmerbrook because I think it just fits in with that aesthetic better than all the Tudor style houses and stuff. It just didn't quite work very well. And plus, it's a witch, so hello, Glimmerbrook. Uh, anyway, so yeah, uh, this was a bit difficult to try and fit stairs into this little area in the back because of the, two tile room there, 2 tile wide room. So, what am I? Oh, this, I was trying to make a room on the roof and or inside the roof, but it was not going to work. So I just made like a little tiny entrance in the roof there because the roof was so skinny. So the entrance to the second floor comes out of the little roof area, and there I am playing around with the windows trying to figure out how to get those doors in there and hoping a sim will be able to walk around that big giant hole there where the stairs are. And I'm also trying to figure out a way for them to get to that the middle tower that is the highest of the towers there. So I get the stairs up, and I think I may just leave it like this until I play test it. I might play around with it again later. I'm not sure. I did film this about probably a month and a half ago, so kind of starting to forget like what I actually did in the houses. So I did have to expand that one room there because I was going to put a bathroom in there. And I added the basement, the creepy basement. It's not creepy yet, but it will be. Especially if you don't like spiders. Speaking of spiders, I was getting into bed the other night and I saw this weird looking thing on my bed. And it looked like a spider. It looked like spider legs. And I started freaking out and I shook my sheets. And I realized there was a cut in one of my sheets that my mom had sewn shut. But she did it with black thread on like blue fabric, like light blue fabric. So it, it was just the thread where she had made it, but I was going, "What is this? What is this?" So I am not usually afraid of spiders. I just don't like them crawling on me. If they're in the room, I will keep an eye on them and I'll let them live. Unless they come near me, then I start freaking out because I just don't like things on me. Anywhere else in the room, they're fine, but I know a lot of people are deathly afraid of spiders. My sister is quite afraid of spiders. Um, when we first moved into our house, we didn't have carpeting or um, painting. The walls weren't painted yet, so it was just like the floorboards, and there was a big spider. Now it was a pretty big spider. It was probably just under an inch, but my brother had a flashlight up there, or lantern sitting on the ground, and he saw that the spider was casting a shadow that was huge on the wall. So he called my sister upstairs, and it scared her so bad She was just screaming and screaming and screaming. So anyway, yeah, back to the build here. Sorry, just reminiscing about spiders here. So I'm trying to fit this bathroom in here. I love, this is when I discovered those tiles. I really like the way those tiles look. I love the color of them. I'm not sure how they match with the flooring there, but you know, they don't have a lot of tile choices for the flooring that actually match the wall tiles. So I might actually change up the flooring. Now for this mirror, there was, I pretty much went through the entire catalog checking to see which mirror would fit the best there, but I cut it out because it was like a half an hour of just trying to decide which mirror. So I did put this bat wallpaper up here. I am going to change that later when I make a decision about the house and how the house should look. So basically, the house will have the same wallpaper in every room, just different colors, except for the bathroom. I think the bathroom stays the same. So let's see. Oh, I'm putting the saucer lights in because the saucer lights are the best lights. They're not the prettiest, but they light everything up so you can actually see what you're doing. So I've always wanted to use that ghost wallpaper because the ghosts are so cute. And I figured this was a haunted house build, so I could use it in here. But again, that wallpaper doesn't stay either. So I put some of I think those are the scary pictures that like change every once in a while that came in the spooky stuff pack. But I'm not sure. So in these rooms here, I wasn't sure exactly what to do in the tower rooms because it's only 4 squares. So what can you do? So I put a bathroom in one, and I was going to put the shower in there, but then I decided, well, let's just make the other room like the tub room. And here I put the spider web wallpaper and oh, the little writing desk. I love that little writing desk. It's so perfect. And then I did Oh, this is when I decided that every room in the house needs to be the spider web wallpaper, just in honor of the spider that you have to lick. Now, in my head when I was doing it, you have to actually kiss the spider, but apparently you have to lick the spider instead of kissing it. I need to get a drink real quick here. Sorry if you guys heard that. Okay, so now I am moving on to the basement. And in the basement, we are going to have the spider room. And yes, I know that chandelier is like touching the floor, but I didn't care. I just thought it looked kind of neat, just like out there where everyone can just walk up to it. So I made a secret room in the back with those skeletons from Jungle Adventure guarding it. That's going to be the magic room, but this room right here is the spider licking room. Apparently, so I'm just putting spider webs everywhere, cracks in the walls, making it look really super creepy. And I'm also putting bone piles from Jungle Adventures down just to look like some people lick the spider and they didn't survive. So yeah, I used a lot of stuff from Jungle Adventures in the basement just because it looks pretty cool. And that whole room right there, the size of it is based on that rug, just so it could fit. So this is where the magical witch with powers comes in. So you got the whole like realm of magic, secret magic user room. That's that's a really dumb thing to say, but you know what I mean. It's your secret lair for magic users. So I basically just put everything realm of magic I could find in there. And I also put those little lamps. I like to do that when I put that rug down. I always put them in the points of like north, south, west, and east. I don't know why I forgot west and east for a second there. But yeah, I like to make it look like it's actual an actual witch would use it. So this is going to be the crystal room, and I couldn't figure out the lighting until I remembered those crystal lamps. And hello, that could add to my 1,000 crystals. So this was a hard part for me. I actually did cut some of this out because of all the crystals I did have to use. So I did put a lot of crystals in here. And I put all those shelves on the wall thinking, oh, I can put crystals up here. And then I realized none of the crystals would fit there. So even the little ones didn't quite go there. So I just got rid of all the shelves. Bye bye, shelves. And then now I did show hidden objects, and I don't think I did the debug one, you know, the one that shows the outside the whatever the other cheat is. I didn't do that one because I always forget about that one. But I went through debug, and I think I sorted by pack and did a bunch of the, you know, a get to work I think had a lot of crystals in it. And I don't use the move objects cheat. I don't think I used it in here, but for some reason I think with the debug items you can size them up without using move objects. I think. I'm not sure because I don't remember typing in move objects. If you did see it, then yeah, I did use it in this house, but it was sort of necessary. But I really do think, yeah, because see, I couldn't put that crystal there, so it's just the debug items you can size up and put everywhere without, you know, worry of the grid. And I know a lot of people like to build without that grid down there, but for me, it helps me like with spacing because I have trouble with spacing. I have I can't think of the word now. Of course I can't. Bad depth perception. That's what I'm talking about. So it's hard for me to tell like where things are in relationship to each other. So the grid really does help me. And adding more stuff to the magic room here, and more crystals and more crystals. Lots of, I mean, it's thousands of crystals, so I had to, you know, really fill up the crystals. And I kind of cheated with those because technically there's about, you know, 15 or 20 crystals on some of those, so they don't count as one crystal. They each count. I don't know. I had so much fun placing those crystals. It was kind of like using move objects, but not quite. So right there, I was just checking to see how the crystals looked on the gallery because I like to do that in my builds to see how things look when I am building, and that way I can tell like whether I need to move something over, you know, if something doesn't work. So here I am trying to make uh, like a crystal entryway, and to be honest, it looks ridiculous. Like there I am changing that room into spider webs. I think I left the kitchen bricks because I liked the bricks in there. And changing up some of the lighting because I don't like to leave the saucer lights in there. Now I'm going back out to do the landscaping some more. I added a bunch of dead things. Did I take them away? I can't remember if I took them away or not. But yeah, and then I found the alien like plants in the debug menu, and I was like, oh, these look so cool, like on the edge of the crystals, like little baby crystals forming or something. That was my thoughts. But yeah, so yeah, it's a little like I was saying, it's pretty ugly. But I had a lot of fun making this one. It was very difficult to do, but it was fun. I had a really good time placing all those crystals. And there is the outside cauldron, you know, just for in case you want to do some magic while you're outside. But that's pretty much my whole build. And I will leave you here to enjoy these screenshots. And I hope you enjoyed my video. And if you did, please click the like button. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell button to be alerted every time I upload a video. And right now my schedule is kind of crazy, so I'm not sure when I will be uploading videos, but Like I said, if you like it, subscribe, and I hope to see you again. Thank you for watching and have a great evening. Bye.